Hello guys, I'm Ivan Fedorenko and today we're gonna talk about marketing research because it's a critical piece that enables us to do all the things we learned recently. When you talk about consumer behavior and developing marketing mix products that our customers would want, that would serve their needs, how will we know what they need? When we talk about positioning and how our brand compares to our competitors on the market, how do we know about our competitors and what customers think about us and how they compare us to all other brands? We know that by carefully gathering information, going out there, asking people, and observing their behavior, bringing back this data to analyze it. This is all what we call marketing research. Marketing research is about gathering an interpretation of all the info we can gather about our customers, competitors, and external events and environment. The point is, we do not gather this information just because we want, because we're curious, or because it's time to do so. We go out and gather information that we need to make important marketing decisions, like changing the price of our product, or launching a new ad, or launching a new product to the market. That's why if I ask you, like, do we need to run marketing research annually? It's tempting to say yes. It's time for our new research. But the correct answer would be no. We don't do marketing research because it's August or July or whatever. We do marketing research to make an important decision. This is where any research starts from. When I worked in the industry, our executive would walk into my room and they're like, "Hey, Ivan, tell me about this particular market segment." And I'm like, why would you want to know that? What's the reason behind this request? Are you just curious? Or you are willing to invest in a new product for this segment? Or you're looking forward to acquiring a company that currently serves this segment? These are all very different situations. So before we launch a marketing research, we got to understand why are we doing this? What we are trying to accomplish, what kind of a problem we're trying to solve, and what kinds of decision will be made based on this research. Some types of information we gather and analyze in marketing research may include, for example, market size. Because one of the questions we ask ourselves is how much of our product we can solve, how many revenue we can earn in this segment. So we analyze market size. Market sizing is one of the most important features of marketing research. We can engage in competitor research to analyze why our customers are buying from our competitors in the first place. Because our brand is the best solution to their problem, obviously. So why would they want to buy from our competitors, and how we change that? And we can analyze things like our product features, what consumers like and what they don't like about our product, and how much of a price they're willing to pay for it. Because obviously consumers would like lower prices, no doubt about that, but we're not gonna let that happen. We're not interested in the question how low is the price they want to see. As a business, we always want to know how high we can set the price to set it on the highest possible level. Marketing research helps us answer questions like, what happens if we do this? If we spend more money on advertising, spend more on Google search ads, or banner ads, or outdoors, how it will affect demand and our sales? Which advertising channels work better? Are we getting more new customers from TV ads or spending same amount of money on social media influencers? How we can change the price and how our sales will change if we increase price by 5%. When I worked at a logistics company, we had this situation when our operations people came to us and like, guys, our costs are increasing and we can't keep making money, so we got to increase our price. What's going to happen? First answer, you all remember these supply and demand curves from microeconomics, right? There is supply, there is demand. If you increase price, your sales go down. Always happens. But how much they would go down? Turns out we would make more money by selling less product, and we'll make more profit. Some types of marketing questions we answer through research can be observed through how much money companies spend on this type of research. Most money they spend actually on market measurement, on understanding how big is the market and what is the structure of the market, what segments are there and what segments could be served better. The next big topic is new product. What new features we should include in our product for consumers to love it? And how we spend our money on advertising to attract and retain loyal customers. These are types of questions that require thorough marketing research. At the end of every marketing research, there is a decision to make. This is where research actually starts. And it ends there as well. When we receive a research request to run a research and collect information required to make certain decision, we start from analyzing and setting research objectives. That means what kind of information we have and what we have not. There is always some data already available to us in our internal databases in our company, or maybe data that can be acquired, purchased from someone. This is called secondary sources, already available, already collected information. Based on what information we have and what we haven't, we identify what primary research we need to do. We need to go out, ask people, observe their behavior online and offline. So we got to decide how we do this. We develop a research plan in terms of tools that we're gonna use, like a questionnaire design and calendar, when, where, and how it's all gonna happen. We collect data from surveys, from experiments, focus groups, analyze them, and report the findings. We go to our executive and tell them, if you change the price by 5%, that would be the change in our sales and profits. And if you reallocate advertising budget from these channels from Facebook and Twitter to TikTok and Pinterest. That's what's going to happen. All types of information can be classified into internal and external. Internal information is what we got inside our organization. Nowadays, information got huge amounts of data flowing in every day. The first source of internal data is our sales database, our cashier line. Especially if we run some kind of loyalty program, so where people present loyalty card or loyalty ID at the cashier line when they purchase anything, that allows us to identify every purchase with certain customer. So we can see what this particular customer buys from us, how often, which products this customer buys together. So we can prepare individualized, personalized offers to them. That's what many companies do, online and offline. Go to Amazon and try to change your mailing address there. What's going to happen? Immediately, they're going to start offering you furniture and household goods that you're going to need at your new place. The big threat when using internal data and relying exclusively on information we already got is that this information only applies to our current customers. It says nothing about all other people out there, non-consumers, who have this need but didn't buy from us or our competitors for some reason. When Uber came to market, to taxi market, there had been millions and millions of Americans who needed this reliable taxi transportation, but they never used taxi before because it was inconvenient and too expensive. So when taxi companies ran in marketing research and made decisions based on their data about their marketers, they never realized there are millions and millions and millions people out there who are their potential customers. When you only use your internal data, you know nothing about what's going out there beyond your organization, beyond your current customer base. So we need to go and get data from external sources. Data from external sources can be secondary, like government data. US Census data collected by government that tells us income, family structure, household type, housing type, about pretty much every American community. These data are ultimately useful in marketing decisions. And there can be primary data that we need to go out and collect ourselves or hire someone to do that. Types of primary data that we collect correspond with kinds of questions we're trying to answer. Basically, all kinds of questions we ask as marketers are related to the bottom line, to the sales. The most important job of marketing and marketing research is to forecast sales, to answer the question how much we're going to sell in the next period, next month, next quarter, next year. How do we know that? We know that by looking at our marketing funnel. It starts from market capacity, number of people who have this need, number of people who are our potential customers, which can be huge. For example, in a town of 100,000 people, there can be like 50,000 people who might be interested in eating out. So when we prepare to open a new restaurant, we can calculate so that our market capacity is 50,000. But most of these people do not know about us. And if they do not know our place exists, they're never going to visit it. Awareness is a share of all potential customers who have heard about us. We need to go out and ask them. From all people who know about us, some of them prefer our competitors for some reason. Like from 50,000 people of our potential market, only 40% know about us, which leaves us with 20,000. And from these 20,000, like half of them like our competitors' restaurants more. So that leaves us with only 10,000 right there. And from these 10,000, not everyone is going to visit our place and make an order next quarter. We need to realize what's conversion of all people who can potentially visit our place, who will do it. And we can find that out of our 10,000 potential customers, there might be 40% or 30% going to visit us next month. We might try to study their motivation, how to motivate more of our potential customers to walk in. So let's say we know 30 out of 10,000 potential customers, 30% or 3,000 will visit our place next month. So now we got to figure out how much they're going to order. What's the average check, the average purchase? What kind of price we can charge them? Multiplying number of customers by average check, we can see our initial revenue. And multiplying it by number of free purchase, which depends on their satisfaction, whether they're happy with us. If they're happy, they're going to come back. So we can calculate that average customer is going to visit our place about 2 times next quarter and make an average purchase of around $30. So multiplying these 3 parameters, we get our final revenue. So market research informs strategy and marketing mix in terms of what kind of product we offer. Because what kind of product we offer determines our market capacity. In our town of 100,000 people, might be 50,000 people who is interested in a pizza place. Or there might be 20,000 people who are interested in a vegan restaurant. Our product determines our market. Our promotion influences awareness and preference. And our place in terms of our physical place and our website determines conversion of potential customers into actual ones. While our price and repurchase, which we create through customer satisfaction and happiness, determine our final revenue. So these are the types of data we need to collect. All of this data I just discussed, they are numbers. Whenever we deal with numbers, it's quantitative studies. Quantitative studies answer the questions like what and when is going to happen. Or how many customers will visit our place. How our revenue changes if we increase price by 5%. Whenever we see numbers as an answer. It's quantitative. Qualitative is a research run by observing people or talking to them in unstructured way to get inside their head and understand how and why they make their decision. No numbers. Qualitative means no numbers, no statistics. It's texts, images, and flow of consciousness that we need to inspire our new product behavior, new product development, and advertising, creating new concepts for ads. Once these concepts are developed, we start testing them, and this would be quantitative. But to make us this first step to get together new ideas and inspiration for new products and new advertising, it's qualitative. In the next video, we'll talk about particular specific marketing research methods and how they differ from each other and how to assess the quality of marketing research.